Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to finally be at this point with the 240SX RESTOMOD build. I'm making preparations for filming the final in-depth review, but before I do that, there was a handful of things that needed to be done so the car can stay looking its best for years to come. That being said, I reached out to my friends at XPEL. I've had the fortune of working with them in the past for doing paint protection film and whatnot on some other cars, and they were willing to support the 240 build, so massive thanks. And I ended up deciding to film like a 3-part little series at the tail end of the build to highlight the 3 main protection things that I ended up doing to this car. The thing that I really like about XPEL is they offer one of the most complete automotive protection packages out there, and I wanted to highlight the 3 main ones: paint protection film, window tinting, and ceramic coating. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the process behind ceramic coating the entire car. If you haven't seen my last couple of videos, the first one talking about paint protection film and the second going over the window tinting, I've got links to those videos down in the description box below. The ceramic coating is really the icing on the cake for the protection package I elected to do to the 240. So obviously, like the other videos, there's a whole lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to go over different ceramic coating options, why you would want to choose it, how to care for it, how it's applied, how it differs from traditional wax, and so on and so forth. Right quick, I'd also like to extend a huge thanks to Nissan. They've been fans of the 240 build since the very beginning and offered to send me a 2025 Armada Pro 4X to use as the tow vehicle for getting the 240 over to the shop. If you haven't seen the in-depth review that I've already filmed on a Pro 4X earlier this year, I've got a link down in the description box below, and it'll teach you everything you ever wanted to know about it. Truth be told, the Armada has become one of my favorite full-size SUVs. It has excellent power, the build quality is very nice, it is super comfortable, and come to find out, it tows very, very well. So big thanks to Nissan once again. It was a phenomenal trip. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. After having the 240SX completely repainted, locking in that fresh finish with a ceramic coating was at the top of my priority list. I've already talked about the paint protection film and window tint in my past 2 videos, but ceramic coating was the final piece in the puzzle for protecting all of the effort that went into this car. When you've invested the time, money, and attention to get the paint exactly how you want it, especially on something older, you're not just trying to make it look good for a week or 2. You're trying to preserve it long term. And from experience, I know how fast even a perfect paint job can start to fade, swirl, or stain just from normal use. I wasn't looking for a quick gloss boost or a weekend detailing ritual. I wanted something that would actually help keep the car looking fresh without constant maintenance. I've done the wax routine, and I still do. I've used synthetic sealants, and they all have their place, but when it comes to real, lasting protection, those options just don't compare, especially when you tally up all of the time you're putting into fresh applications. Ceramic coatings, especially the high-end professional types like XPEL Fusion Plus, are in a different league. Unlike waxes or sealants that just sit on the surface, ceramic coatings chemically bond with the paint to form a hardened, semi-permanent layer. It's built on nanotechnology that cross-links at the molecular level, essentially creating a second skin over your clear coat. This invisible shell is highly resistant to UV rays, oxidation, chemicals, bird droppings, bug remnants, and acid rain, stuff that would normally start eating your clear coat over time. It doesn't just protect from damage either, it actively reduces how much grime sticks in the first place. A big part of why ceramic coatings are so effective is the way they alter surface tension. XPEL's Fusion Plus is both hydrophobic and oleophobic, meaning it repels both water and oil-based contaminants. Instead of water pooling and drying into mineral spots, it beads up and slides off the paint. Road tar, grease, and bug splatter have a much harder time clinging. This makes cleaning the car dramatically easier. Even a light rinse or gentle foam wash can be enough to get things looking freshly detailed. You're not grinding dirt into your clear coat, which means far fewer swirls and scratches over time. And the added slickness just makes maintenance faster and less of a chore. One of the reasons I went with Fusion Plus is its long-term durability. A typical wax might give you a month, maybe 2 of protection if you're lucky. Synthetic sealants stretch that out to maybe 3 to 6 months with ideal conditions. But Fusion Plus is rated for 4 years, and the upgraded premium version lasts up to 8. And that's just not marketing speak, it's actually backed by real-world testing and, of course, warranty support. The premium version is thicker, more chemically robust, and carries a 9H hardness rating. Fusion Plus was a good all-around option for me, especially being that the 240 is not a daily driver. However, I do want to talk a little bit more about that 9H figure I mentioned. It gets thrown around a lot in coding circles, so let's break it down. The H stands for hardness, but it's based on the pencil hardness scale used in material testing. In a lab setting, coatings are tested by scratching the surface with pencils of different hardness levels, ranging from soft, like 6B, to hard, like 9H. If a coating can resist being scratched by a 9H pencil, that's about as hard as it gets on that particular scale. So, a 9H rated ceramic coating isn't scratch proof, and it won't save your paint from rock chips or aggressive contact, but it's definitely harder than your typical automotive clear coat. It can help resist fine swirl marks and micro marring that happen from normal washing and drying. Think of it as adding a tougher top layer to your finish. Not armor plating, but a meaningful upgrade to everyday resistance. Ceramic coatings also go beyond paint. Fusion Plus is a whole lineup of purpose-built formulas designed for specific surfaces. There's one for wheels that can handle the intense heat cycles from braking, making it a lifesaver for brake dust and high-temp road grime. There's a trim-specific coating that preserves the rich, dark look of plastics and helps keep them from turning gray or chalky in the sun. On glass, the coating enhances clarity and makes cleaning dead bugs or water spots easier. Inside the car, you've got coatings for leather, plastics, and even fabric, each engineered to protect against oils, stains, and UV damage without altering the feel or sheen of the material. None of this is about show, it's about cutting down on wear, aging, and maintenance. On the wheel front especially, the benefits are hard to ignore. Brake dust is corrosive, and if it bakes into unprotected aluminum or machined faces, it can permanently stain or etch the surface. A ceramic coating gives you a heat-resistant shield that prevents buildup and makes it easier to clean. That's huge if you're running aftermarket wheels or anything polished. You don't have to baby them constantly just to keep them looking decent. The application side of things is also worth understanding. Ceramic coatings are not just a wipe-on, walk-away product. Proper prep is everything. The car gets fully washed, then chemically and mechanically decontaminated to strip any leftover wax, sealant, iron fallout, or bonded contaminants. From there, paint correction is done to remove any fine scratches or haze, because once the coating locks in, it seals whatever is underneath. That's why new paint jobs often still need polish before coating. Full cure takes about a week, with the first 12 to 24 hours being the most critical for avoiding moisture or dust. Application environments need to be clean, well lit, and temperature controlled to get it right. Now, while ceramic coatings are durable, they're not a set it and forget it solution. You still need to wash the car periodically and use the right techniques and materials to avoid scratching. But with the coating in place, Washes are faster, safer, and less frequent. You don't have to constantly reapply protection or worry about the finish dulling from UV exposure. You're not locked into a waxing schedule. You can go months between maintenance if needed, and even then it's more about keeping it clean than protecting it all over again. Of course, you can also top PPF with the ceramic coating, which makes even more sense if you've already planned on coating the rest of the car. The film protects against the physical stuff like rock chips, scratches, and road rash, while the ceramic layer adds chemical protection, enhances gloss, and repels grime. Plus, it makes maintaining the PPF easier. Fusion Plus was developed to work with XPEL's film systems, so you're not introducing any compatibility issues. It's a layered defense system that works. If you're someone who enjoys the process of waxing every month, then no, you don't need a ceramic coating. But if you're like me and are tired of the routine, trying to keep a newly painted car in top shape with as little effort as possible, ceramic just makes more sense. It's not about chasing a shine. It's about preserving the work that went into the car, saving time, and minimizing long-term wear and tear. Again, it won't protect against everything, but it does exactly what it's supposed to: protect, enhance, and simplify. And when you look at it that way, it's one of the smartest upgrades you can make for a finish you care about. The journey of building the 240SX has been long, tedious, stressful, but also incredibly rewarding. I've learned so much and made a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, having the perseverance to push through and seeing this project come to completion after all of these years is a feeling that's hard to describe. I'm looking forward to driving this thing as it was meant to be driven. There were many times where I didn't think this would actually come to fruition, but between the Lord's guidance, some great friends I've met over the years, my sponsors that have helped along the way, and my wife for always being by my side, we did it. The 240SX is done. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing so and make sure those notifications are turned on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.